Ever get that feel? You know, like when you're asking your AI assistant to like write you a poem or generate some code and it just spits it out instantly. It feels like magic, right?
It does.
But the truth is, it's not magic.
Right.
It's just a lot of energy, like a mind-blowing amount.
Yeah, definitely. AI has a pretty massive energy appetite.
We're diving into a really interesting article today about how Microsoft is tackling this energy challenge.
And they're doing it in a way that's, well, let's just say it's pretty bold.
Oh, bold. Try saying that again after you hear what they're doing.
Okay, how's this? They're going nuclear, literally, to power their AI development.
Wait, seriously?
You heard right. Microsoft is actually reactivating the old 3 Mile Island Unit 1 reactor.
Hold on. 3 Mile Island, as in like the 3 Mile Island.
The one.
The one.
Yeah, that one. I know. It's a name that comes with some baggage. Chernobyl, Fukushima. These are events that understandably make people nervous about nuclear power.
Rightfully so.
But here's the thing, though. When it's done right, nuclear energy is incredibly efficient. And this is crucial. It's carbon-free. We're talking about massive power without the greenhouse gases.
Okay, I see what you mean about bold now. But how does this even work? Are they like running a giant extension cord from the reactor to their AI labs?
Well, not quite. It's a bit more complicated than that. Microsoft has actually signed a 20-year agreement to buy power from the reactivated reactor. This isn't a temporary fix. It's a long-term strategy, a serious commitment to nuclear energy as a way to fuel their ambitions in artificial intelligence. Which, speaking of, brings us to their latest and greatest AI model, Grin Moe.
Grin Moe. Okay, catchy name. But this is AI we're talking about, not like some new energy drink.
Although a Grin Moe flavored energy drink. There's an idea.
Okay, so Grin Moe, it's not an energy drink.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
But what is it? What's so special about it?
Well, you're right. It's not an energy drink, although, it's not a bad idea.
Right.
But you've hit the nail on the head. Grin Moe is all about efficiency. Remember how we were talking about how much energy AI needs to run?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Right. So Grin Moe, well, it's designed to be this really efficient problem-solving machine.
Okay. How does it do yoga? Meditate to conserve energy?
I wish. No, it's all about the way it's built, its architecture. It's called a mixture of experts approach, MOE for short.
No, okay.
So instead of having one massive AI model trying to do every single thing, imagine a whole team of specialized AI experts.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So instead of one big AI brain, it's more like a bunch of smaller ones that are all really good at specific things.
Exactly. Like a brain trust, right? So let's say you need to, I don't know, translate some ancient Sumerian text.
Yeah.
Grin Moe doesn't use its entire brain power for that. It just sends that task over to its resident ancient language expert who happens to be amazing at Sumerian.
That makes sense.
Right. And this means that Grin Moe, in terms of its parameters, those are kind of like the building blocks of an AI model. It can actually be much smaller.
Oh, interesting. So smaller is better in this case. I always thought that bigger was better when it came to AI. Like the more parameters, the smarter the AI.
Yeah, that's a pretty common misconception. More parameters, yeah, they can do more, handle more complexity, but they also use a ton of energy. Grin Moe, it only has about 6.6 billion parameters, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually pretty lean. And it can go up against models with 14 billion parameters.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and because it's so much more efficient with how it uses its resources, Grin Moe just sips energy compared to those bigger models, which is huge. That's cost savings for companies and a happier planet.
That's amazing. So Grin Moe is like the AI equivalent of a master craftsperson.
Yeah.
Precise, efficient, way less wasteful.
Exactly.
But what can this super efficient AI actually do? What kind of problems can it solve?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting, especially if you're into software or, code at all.
Oh.
Grin Moe, it's not just good at logic and numbers, it can also understand and generate code. Yeah. And we're not just talking about simple stuff. This thing can understand complex software, even write code in different programming languages.
Whoa, hold on. AI that can write code.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. How does that even work? Okay, so we've got AI that can write code now.
It's pretty wild.
And it's being powered by a nuclear reactor. It's like we're living in a sci-fi movie. But it makes you wonder, what does this all mean for, the average software engineer? Are we all about to be replaced by super efficient code-generating AI?
Yeah, I can see why people would be thinking that. But honestly, I don't think it's really about replacement. I think it's more of an evolution.
Okay, an AI-powered evolution of software engineering,
Exactly.
something like that.
So what does that look like? Paint me a picture. What does the day-to-day look like for a software engineer in this new AI-powered world? Okay, so imagine this. You're a software engineer,
Right.
but instead of spending hours on like the tedious stuff, debugging code, writing out the same boilerplate code over and over again,
Yeah.
you've got an AI assistant that just takes care of all that for you.
So, like, the robots are doing all the boring chores, but for coding.
Exactly. Which frees you up to focus on the really interesting stuff. The creative parts of software development, designing new solutions, solving complex problems, the things that require that unique human touch.
So it's more about collaboration than, like, competition.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's about using the strengths of both. AI can handle the brute force stuff, the repetitive tasks, and humans can focus on the bigger picture, the strategic thinking.
I like that. It's not about being replaced. It's about, like, leveling up. But for someone who's just starting out in software engineering or even just thinking about it, what does this all mean for their career?
Well, I think it means being adaptable. It means learning to work alongside these new AI tools. It's not enough to just know how to code anymore. You need to know how to work with AI, how to use it to be more effective.
So the future of software engineering is like a partnership
Mm,
between humans and AI.
totally.
We're not just writing code, we're collaborating to build new things. It's kind of inspiring when you think about it.
Right. It's going to be exciting to see what we can accomplish together.
Absolutely. Well, that was a fascinating deep dive into the future of software engineering. From nuclear-powered AI to code-generating algorithms, the future is looking pretty wild. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.